Welcome to this new video. In this video we are going to take a trip to Aurangabad. I forgot the real name of the city. The names changed on Google Maps, are both names, so we keep with Aurangabad just for the sake of simplicity. And one of the biggest sites in Aurangabad is the fake Taj Mahal or mini Taj Mahal. It's not really a fake one. There's no one's claiming that it's something real. It's just a smaller version of it, and it was built by the example of the real Taj Mahal. And it's called Bibi-Ka-Maqbara, if I pronounce that in any way correctly. You will find all the places I visited in this video also in the description linked, so if you want to plan your own trip, you exactly know where I was going. And I would say let's start with that video. Yeah, for this trip we had to start for around 6:30 from Pune, where I live, and we had to take a drive for at least 5 to 6 hours depending on the traffic, and we took that 12-seater bus, and the ride itself was very comfortable, but the roads are not that comfortable in India, and from time to time it's a bit adventurous on the Indian highways. To kill the time, we had breakfast in the middle and also played some card games and were listening to Indian music. Bus rides in India are always a blast. Then we made a stop along the way. A few kilometers in front of Aurangabad there's a temple called Devgad Datta Mandir. Excuse me. And it's a relatively modern temple, I would say, and it's built to a very high amount of detail, and that was something I really enjoyed about it. I think it was pretty built in the middle of nowhere, and it had this huge entrance gate that was already kind of mind-blowing. And there were many statues around and so many details just in the architecture, and it was not really crowded. That was a nice difference in comparison to the other places I've been so far to. One thing about temples and photography is obviously always a problem that you are not really allowed to take photos there. So everything you see here is basically from the outside of the gate and not from the inside. As you see, you have to also take off your shoes, and that's mostly also a signal to not take photos anymore. But then we asked someone if it would be okay to take photos in the inside, and at first they were yes, but after I took a few they were like no again, so take that for whatever you will. And after that we just had a little lunch break there and then continued to the city of Aurangabad. Aurangabad is more like a smaller city in India, since it only has 1 million people living there. And from the city center it's basically just a small ride to the mini Taj Mahal. Oh, this is amazing. Getting into places like that is also kind of difficult, not really, but stressful sometimes, because many signs are only in Hindi or in the local language, and there's also like the thing of you have to have a foreigner ticket, because that's like 10 times more expensive, and sometimes you're not allowed to take photos, or you have to pay a photo fee. It's just a little bit of a back and forth until you're finally at the place where you want to go. Mobile number? Yeah, and just from the inside it was kind of mind-blowing already, the symmetry of that place and how it was built. It's just amazing. And especially that main gate was very, very stressful, because everybody wanted to take group photos and there was a queue and going on. So I basically just ran away on my own from here on out. We reached there by like 5, and as you see, the sun is already setting, and it's basically golden hour. And in India, the sunset is mostly at 6. So I was also a little bit stressed out because of the timing, but everything worked out. And as you will see later, we will catch the full amount of sunset and golden hour on this day. My camera setup for this trip was the Sigma 20-200, which was basically my main lens, and the lens I just switched to was the Viltrox 40mm f4. This is a very light prime lens, and I used it especially for this close-up views where you are up on the balcony and you can't back up more. So you have to take the widest angle possible, and I only bought it basically for architecture, photography and temples in India, because I knew the places will be crowded and I can't back off as I like in most situations.
Sir, hi, bolo. Sir, excuse me. Hello guys, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Tanveer.
Tanveer?
Yeah.
Yours?
My name is Imran Khan.
Joel?
Yeah.
I'm Yogesh.
Nice to meet you.
Yourself?
Joel.
Joy.
Yes.
Joy. So you're doing like vlogging or what?
Yeah, on the weekends I do like photography vlogs and so on.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, bro. Nice.
You too. Bye-bye. Things as that, what you just witnessed, is also very, very common in India. If you're a European, it's quite regularly people will just come up to you and ask for like where you're from, and mostly all of them want to take like a picture or something, which is kind of weird in some cases. But those guys were very, very polite about it, not in any way rude or something. So it was fine, but other people are kind of rude also in some situations. From the inside, it was also like not that good maintained anymore. There were always cable hanging and so on, so it was not as nice to take pictures inside, but nevertheless beautiful details from the inside, beautiful architecture, also very, very nice to see. Then we went out, and I just took a few pictures from the outside, and at that point my POV cam was out of battery, but later on I charged it up again. Now we are like in the backside area of that mini Taj Mahal, and you see there's now everything overgrown, there are no other people, and this was like my favorite time of the day because the sun was really setting and there were no people, and I could really take my time to observe all the details at that place. And here you could really see like how well maintained the front is and how not good maintained the backside is, but I think that makes it even more beautiful, where you can really see the influence of time and weather and heat on those places. Yeah, and while being there, I was also not quite sure if I'm even allowed to be there. And as you see here, there's a security guy coming, and he asked me to go away. There were multiple people there. I think it's fine at daytime, but as soon as the sun sets, he makes sure that all people get back to the front. Maybe you take the sunglasses off, then you can see more. Why are all the floors here and the towers are cut off? My friend Payak, he's not really a good photographer. He claims for himself he's one of the worst photographers in the world, but at least he makes for a good model. Then the sun was setting, the lights turned off later also on the mini Taj Mahal, and we spent a few more minutes there. It was very crowded in the front, and it was not that easy to take like clear or creative pictures because everyone was standing in front of each other basically. And we ended the day with a little bit of corn from a street food guy, and yeah, I can only say the mini Taj Mahal in Aurangabad is really a place when you're in the area. It's nice to visit. It was like a very nice evening watching the sunset there, and I would recommend, if you are able to go on a weekday, try to be there either early in the morning or late in the evening for sunset or sunrise, and do it on a weekday if possible, just to avoid the most of crowds. Yeah, so much for this video. I'm not that happy with most of the pictures I took. There were some good ones with it, but I was not really able to focus on the details and really get into the mode of photography, really, just from a mindset perspective. Yeah, but this is just how it is. Some days you are like really in the zone, and on other days you are more like traveling and watching the sights like a normal tourist. Not that I'm anything special. Yeah, you can find every location I visited in this video in the description below, and also you can find there my website and my Instagram if you want to check out more of my work. Thank you so much for your attention. See you in the next one. Bye bye.